between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Now room for Eckler. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That'll be complete to Cook. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 47 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown, Chargers! Jalen Guyton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a give running left is Eckler. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I get.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Play action. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 account.
Under pressure, they got him again. Joey Bosa drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Again, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Second and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 75 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2nd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the 2nd half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Herbert scoring on the 2-yard keeper. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Herbert. Caught by Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here is Eckler, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they pitch it to Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. 125 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. They'll try the air now with Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Herbert, quick pass out wide. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and goal. Herbert now. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. This pass caught by Hamler. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 36 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ezekiel Elliott, 27 yards. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the option, that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And it's caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete. Okure-Buma. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.